The question I've been asking in the States and North America for about a year and a half now is, my mom, when I grew up, all the lights in our house were the same. They were all 3-click settings. Do you know what I'm talking? Do you have the 3-click lamps? They were low, medium, and high. So it's one, low, medium, high. And so I began to think one day about people that kind of lit up my life. People that were, and I thought, people were kind of like 3-click light bulbs, right? We're like that 3-click lamp at my mom's house. We all have 3 settings. And so I've been asking groups, and I'm just asking you, I don't want you to raise your hands, but as a lamp, if you were a 3-click lamp, what are you set at most of the time? Low, medium, or high? I realize I'm gauging this, I'm scaling this back because we are in Great Britain, and I realize you're not quite, right? That you think Americans are trying to be bright, but they're really not. Right? But even if we scale this back to cultural differences, right? Low, medium, or high, and you ask yourself, where am I set most of the time? Except for one, now I'm just going to tell you about North America. Except for one group of really bizarre people in Nova Scotia. Everyone I've ever asked, when I've asked them to respond, said low or medium. Except for this really bizarre group in Nova Scotia that I loved, by the way. They were the only group that ever said we're high. The rest of them said low or medium. Where are you? Bigger question, I think a more important question. Why? Why are you there? Another bigger question. Where did you always intend to be? Where did you want to be? Where did you hope to be? And what stopped you? Because most people from a place of integrity say, you know what? I always wanted to be a little bit brighter than this, a little bit more enthused in this. But when you ask them why they're not, it's interesting the responses you get. Of all the answers I've got, and I get a lot of answers, but they fall into 2 or 3 major buckets. The first bucket is a bucket of lies. It's a bucket of excuses. Well, I don't turn it up too far, Kurt, because I don't want to burn out. It takes too much energy. And that's a lie. It's not true. It's a great one to hide behind, but it's not true. Another one is, well, you know what? I'm saving it. Like you can save light. Like it's a battery or something, you can save light. And the third one, which is I call the bucket of truth, is when we cull away all the things we hide behind, the third answer is always peer pressure. The reason we don't turn our light up as high as we'd like to is peer pressure. Isn't that true? We've got a lot of coworkers who love us a lot, and they're always dimming us down. It sounds a little bit like this. So this is, I call it corporate hazing. Do you guys have hazing here? Do you know corporate hazing? So it works a little bit like this. So tell me your name. Mark. Mark? Okay. Hey, Mark, you sure seem excited. You must be new here. How about this? Your name is?
Me?
Yeah.
Joanne.
Joanne. Hey, Joanne, how you doing? Hey, those are some great ideas you offered in the staff meeting. I know when the management always asks for input and ideas, I know it sounds sincere, but I think when you'll give up any false hope of that anything ever changing around here, I think you'll fit right in. Anyway, welcome to the team. What did I just do to her lamp? Yeah, I just dimmed her down. Think about all the dimming statements you've heard in your corporate existence, in your adult life. Little comments, and they get a little laugh, don't they? But what's the net effect? It's a dimming effect. It dims us down.